Jeff Teague?
He looked nuts. That said, go ahead.
Who's that?
Yo, SGA is
Shai
Gilgeous-Alexander, right?
Yeah, MVP.
Number 2 from the Thunder. His pops on the fucking podcast was answering. He asked him, yo, man. He said, yo, if you can't get her pregnant, just send me your wife. I'll hook her up, man. I'll breed her for you. You know what I mean? Get you a rookie or MVP.
Damn.
What? This is our first link. We can't talk to each other this way.
Yeah.
Wait,
He's like, no, send it over. Like,
He said that to his wife.
He says that to another. You talking to?
Just met you.
Yo,
Yeah.
send me
Fuck your wife.
I'll breed her for you. We'll get you that all-star you need. You heard?
Because his son is the MVP of the league.
right.
Yeah, but
Wild.
but you're saying that you want to his wife.
Mm-hmm.
And then, I ain't gonna lie, I handled that shit well.
He did. At first, like, OG, come on, you can't say that, OG.
Yeah.
That he didn't slow down, though.
And he said, nah, what you mean?
Nah. He said, I got the good genes.
What you mean? Yeah, there's a bust a nut all in that. He ain't say that, but I'm saying, like,
That's what he said.
basically. Then,
Red's just like, he in disbelief.
How long was this podcast? Because this podcast only got me 5 minutes.
Nah.
It was like, all right, guys, that was the show.
You want to invite me? No, you don't.
It was like, oh yeah, guys, that was the show. We gotta handle some shit off camera real quick.
Like, nah, OG, and he's laughing. He kind of hold it down, like, out of respect. There's no fear. There's no nothing.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? He's like, yo, man, damn, son, that's a lot. OG, you can't. You know what I mean? You gonna breed my wife? He said, oh yeah, like, word, what?
Oh, what?
Yeah.
That's wild.
I'm taking this shit mad personal. Like, what's happening right
He
now?
was like, yo, and he's still like, nah, OG.
Yeah, he wasn't slowing down.
Yeah, what? Well, you ain't even see when I put my leg up. Yeah, what?
I got the good genes.
Yeah.
His wife.
Let off in there 3-4 times.
Double down, triple down, and that nigga just standing there like, come on, OG, please stop.
He didn't say please stop, but he was just like, yo.
Like, he can't be serious. He serious?
What am I supposed to say to stop this shit right now? Like, but he handled it well. Yo, you know what I did see the other day too? Amanda Nunes, clearly a lesbian, white,
Yeah.
kids, all that. Very, very lesbian.
Coming out of retirement, too.
Yeah, to go to fuck with
The winner of that last one.
Was that something Amanda
name?
Nunes fought?
a year ago. She just
Amanda,
retired a year ago.
when she got the double
Wasn't
championship.
that long.
When she took her belt back from Pena. So Pena just lost to, damn, what's the white joint's name?
What's
Strike
the
Force.
Rose? What's her name?
Rose Namajunas, she just fought 2 weeks ago, or last week. She fought on Usman's card.
That's not Gypsy Rose. Gypsy Rose was the girl with the prison.
Yeah, no, that's the.
Yeah, that's the
Um,
Rose.
I forget.
Doug Rose.
I know
Doug
what you're talking
Rose.
about, I forget. Sure.
But so bang. So she's in the press conference for that. Because she's about to come back just to fight her. They used to train together at the same gym and shit. And she was like, I would only ever unretire to come back to fuck her. Because she's a problem. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel a threat from her, and I would like respect that.
Figure that all out.
fire.
Let's
I
figure
would
that out.
Respect that match. That's how tough Shorty is. So that's fire. But Nunes is a fucking complete.
Oh, she
savage.
gonna wash her.
I don't know if she'll wash her, but she should win.
I'm guessing that. I think
Other
she'll win.
joint is just she forward tough, my nigga. Forward tough. So I just don't feel like she has a skill to beat Amanda. But she's like her wit, her sharpness. She is tough too.
It's gonna be a good. I'm really looking
hyped.
forward to it. Yeah, I'm
They
really
said
looking
this
forward
since
to it.
September this year.
Sidebar.
Okay.
But Pete, how we get to the sidebar? I ain't do this.
I didn't know. I told you to. My bad.
My fault.
He said, because you was about to say armbar, so I said
Yeah,
sidebar.
Okay, so an oblique kick. But Shorty, she's you was. But Shorty's in the press conference, and you know, like the MMA questions is weird niggas, boy.
Yeah.
He says, I know you're a lesbian, and I respect that, but
What?
how much would it take for you to go on a date with a guy? And she was like, yo, she handled this shit masterfully, my nigga. She said, oh, you're a good-looking guy, man. I guess I would give you a chance, you know what I mean? Yeah, that's cool. And then go, like, I was like, dog, and you know, she's like such a fierce competitor, and like, she could have went crazy, because he was wilding.
Yeah.
After he said that, he doubled down and then tripled down. He kept wilding, like, oh, so you trying to fuck it? Like he was wilding. And she was just like, yeah, man, you're a funny guy, man. You know, salute to everybody. I love you, man, or whatever, like mad kind. And I'm
She's
like,
Brazilian though.
hold on, does she not understand what this nigga said?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. She's Brazilian. Maybe they didn't.
Yeah, but like, is she not hearing this nigga correctly or something? She handled this shit so well. And I was like, I love when they do that, because she's tough enough to do whatever she wants.
Yeah.
She didn't have to be respectful in that. You know what I'm saying? In that time.
She probably watched it.
Just like the Jeff Teague shit. I thought that was dope that because he didn't have to take that role.
No, not at all.
I respect that so much when like not even
Yeah.
an athlete or like a
Because he could have wilded out.
anybody when you feel that highly disrespected and you still handle it like with class like that.
Yeah.
That makes me more of a fan of you. You know what I'm saying? Like
You don't think you would though?
Yeah, in that like field, especially as a trained superior fighter like that, she's superior.
Yes.
She doesn't. There's no
No,
threat.
we're
of-
talking about. I'm talking about the nigga who came on and talked about.
I feel like
give
that
you a
that is
championship.
different. That is different. To be honest, the Jeff Teague shit is kind of different. But I would hope to be able to handle it the same way.
But you wouldn't handle it like that.
I would hope I would.
But you wouldn't.
I don't know that. Nigga.
I know that.
I actually think you would.
I don't. Yeah. that's
I
what I'm
think
saying.
my man, because this is one of the first times we actually saw SGA's pops on camera. I thought he was being entertaining.
Yeah.
And just
He was.
wasn't- Yeah, and just didn't.
Understand, grasp. What
Yeah, like how
not in
offensive
a
it is.
barbershop or with
Yeah,
your friends.
it was. I don't even think he was meaning to really
I don't believe so either.
disrespect Jeff at all.
I did not watch this at all. But in what world? Again, I didn't watch
No,
this.
Reg, you're not wrong. You're not.
In what world? In what barbershop
Excuse me.
do you walk in and say to another man,
Yeah, you're not wrong.
"Yeah, I would fuck your wife and give her a champion.
So here's,
I would consummate with your wife
Like this though.
and create a baby in her
Pump a power boom, boom, bump a power boom, boom.
and
And he's wild Jamaican
for
too.
you to
Yeah.
for you to rape."
SJ's dad?
A word.
yeah, I think it was a show. I
Yeah.
think we can't.
It's the lights that
Analogize.
make it different.
Huh?
Create a different.
Yeah,
light.
we can't analogize the actual barbershop when I'm sitting right across from a nigga in a barbershop and then a show because they have a big platform now, 520, and it's one of my favorite podcasts, honestly.
Yeah. But
But
I
I think
just
it's a
met
show.
No, I get that,
It's
and
a show.
I feel like
Resonate.
things could get too personal though because we're still people. This is my wife. Why would you even bring her into this
And so
conversation?
in the barbershop,
Pop, pop,
professionalism
pop,
maybe
pop,
doesn't
pop.
exist. On a show, I think the way he handled it is how he handled it. Now, when those cameras go off, I do think he addressed them. And I don't even think it was
I
a
don't believe
threat.
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I don't think it was a threat. I think
Not
it was
at all.
just, listen, OG, let
I
me
think they
give you
laughed
some
about
game.
it.
Now what?
I'm again, it wasn't a threat. I think it was, OG, let me give you some game. Listen,
Yeah, but even game
the
though,
angle-
right? You're not gonna be on another podcast, right?
that's not true.
I don't believe that
That's not
SGA's pops is gonna be interviewed on a frequent basis, right? You're the-
he might now.
Yeah.
He might now because of
because
this,
that was
foolishness.
entertaining.
Yes.
But what I'm saying is, all right. So if that's what's gonna get you the clicks and the likes and the views and more, then what are we talking about? We're not gonna say don't do that. So Jeff Teague wouldn't have addressed him and said, "Let me give you a game about me personally. I'm not gonna have you here again." So it doesn't matter
No,
how- yeah.
no. I'm gonna give you game about this media thing. That was entertaining. Maybe you get more views. Maybe you disrespect somebody, but yeah, I mean, thank you for coming on my show.
Yeah.
I think it was real simple.
I doubt.
But Charleston White disrespects niggas and shit too. Like that's
that
his
happened at
whole
all.
shtick.
At
Like,
all.
I
I
get
think
that.
they laughed at it
That's
and
his
it was
shit.
over.
moved along.
That too, and that could be. I'm just saying it's all entertainment. I don't think Jeff took it personally, and I think we would all handle
I
it.
think
the
there are
same way.
lines, but I mean I'm different.
I would hope to.
I know I would handle it that way.
would hope
I
to
watched
slap
it. And I
them
was
off,
like,
too.
that wouldn't have bothered me.
But I totally understand what he's saying.
Yeah.
This is not regular speech.
It's not.
It's just that's abnormal speech, fam. Even for best of friends,
Mm-hmm.
that's abnormal talk.
Because how does your wife? Because I understand this
Yeah,
is
she
show
can't-
business.
she can't
How
get
does she
wind of it.
watch this?
No, he got to go home and say something to her.
How do you watch this as somebody's wife and look at the nigga next to you and be like, and you was cool with him saying all this? And I get that this is a show. How do you
man,
explain to her? But this is entertaining and people
What was he,
love it.
Like it was an old.
say
man,
exactly
son.
that.
What was you supposed to say?
Yeah.
Like to be honest, what was he supposed? Y'all wanted him to snuff, son, right?
Yeah, and it's
And
like,
like-
And then he'd
Nah.
be the biggest nigga on the internet
wait, hold
after
on.
that.
entertaining.
Or
And
stop
in a bad way.
And the-
Or stop the cameras.
Yeah.
I don't really fuck
all-
with that. Could we not? And if you can't refrain from disrespecting my wife, like I'd rather not do this.
I ain't mad at that, Reg. That's some.
Yeah, I'm
so
not
what are we
mad.
doing? I
I'm
fuck
not
with
mad at that either.
However, look, the reason we've never addressed 520 on this shit, and we all like I don't watch it actively, but I like the fat nigga. Pause.
Oh,
Be
Hendrix.
Hendrix. Be
That
Hendrix.
nigga's funny as
Be
shit.
him. Yeah,
He just
funny.
wilding the fuck out. Jeff Teague is also comical,
Very much so.
but son is he's mad funny. The fatter nigga on the
Yeah,
side.
Be him. Shout out to Be him.
Yeah, but
Salute.
we
I like
never
that show.
addressed the show. We've all caught clips of that shit.
Mm-hmm.
And to be honest, this is the most viral clip they have.
Right.
So it happened, and it's good for them.
Yeah, it's entertainment, man.
So it doesn't make sense once it's already happened and you have laughed it off. You kind of just roll with it.
Yeah, it's
I
entertainment.
get what you're saying. I ain't mad at that. However, you would have initially caught heat from what he said and addressed it then. That's different. What I'm saying is when Son heard it, he responded with a laugh, tried to move along,
Tried to play
and
it
another
off,
laugh, and move along, and another laugh, and move along on some cool shit, right? You have to now use
The problem with that,
turn it off, address it, and then try to
Turn it back
make a
on,
new.
yeah.
Like, nah.
to
nigga.
me, there's two problems with that. One, I feel like disrespect to some degree is contagious, right? So now
Favorite
that he's
line.
done this,
That's one of your favorite lines.
yeah,
Goes to that often.
once, but is it a lie?
He said he usually does the familiarity breeds disrespect,
Yeah.
which ain't wrong.
Yeah.
And disrespect is fairly.
Yeah, he's not wrong about
so
it.
now-
Whenever nigga sees it, he said, "I can do that then."
Yeah, this
I can
is
do it better.
I
Yeah.
know.
He
you know
not
what I mean?
wrong.
It's
Yeah, like-
I know where your line is. Maybe.
Yeah.
So now I'm gonna go to the line. Maybe step over it.
Yeah. Let me just.
And at what point is it like? At what point do we get you mad enough to react?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
my nigga, I feel like this is probably the worst thing you could play with for a nigga. Niggas playing with your wife, and you don't mind.
But
so
what about
whatever?
But what about the nigga that don't ever get mad? Don't you think like, all right? So have you ever?
There
watched-
has to be a line somewhere though.
No, but if you ever watched certain shit, I've seen certain people have like the most like egregious things happen to them, and they don't ever get out of character, and then you never see anything else like
But
that.
then
happen
you
to
don't.
them again.
But you don't have to necessarily.
because people notice, there's nothing you can do to get him out of character. So let's just chill.
Yeah.
Like, all right, so the nigga is interviewing Chef G.
Thanks for watching. For more content, please check out these videos. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And all of the good stuff is actually on our Patreon. Go subscribe.
What you thought? Tell me what you thought. What you thinking? What you thought? What you thought? Huh?